I have been waiting for this case for a long time. Why? Well, I've been wanting to do this build for a long time. I've been really wanting to do a Mini ITX build probably since like 2015, 2014-ish. And when this case hit the market, I was like, yes, this is what I'm going to make my Mini ITX build out of. Unfortunately, it's a while later, and I'm only now just getting to it. But today, we're going to go ahead and unbox Master NR200P in purple, because I like the color purple. How's it going, guys? My name is Wolfie. You're watching GreaterThanPie, and we're going to be unboxing this. By the way, how do you like this shirt? I personally love it. This is one that I designed, and it's actually linked in our merch shelf below. But the reason I'm shouting it out so much is I'm very proud of this design. It harkens back to my days as a skater, and it has that skate shop look. Absolutely love it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. But let's get right into actually unboxing this. So the NR200P, this is the color variant. The color is, of course, purple, which is marked at the bottom of the box here. We got a picture of it on here. We got some specs on the side over here, along with a label for Amazon to find it in the warehouse. On the back here, we got another picture of it, more information. Labels everywhere, all over this thing from the Amazon warehouse. Amazon was the only place that had it in stock. Newegg didn't have it in stock in this color. The purple one sells out a lot, which is why I picked it up now. Despite this build probably happening sometime in like June. And I'm still going back and forth on what I want to do with the build. So I don't know if I want to do a Ryzen 7000 or a Ryzen 5000 processor. That changes everything based off of that. But I do know I want it to be performance first. Okay. This purple is better in person than it is online. Oh my God. It hits you with the purple right away. So a couple cool things about this case is it actually comes with two options for the side panel. This right here is the optional tempered glass side panel, which we are not going to be using because it has a much better configuration by default. But the P in the NR200 line comes with a tempered glass side panel if you wanted to install it. That being said, its normal configuration is two ventilated side panels plus top and bottom that are ventilated, which I think is honestly better because you can put a radiator on the side of it. Oh, ow. Shocked me. Okay, so that's the... Ow, it shocked me again. God damn it. This is one shocky case. Let's get that off of it. Me again. I'm really loving this purple. Like, this is like really purple. Oh my goodness. It's so small. Let's first take a tour around the outside of this wonderful toaster-sized case. Here's me for comparison. Like, this is no bigger than an external GPU enclosure. A bigger external GPU enclosure. This is a good size. Like, if I were to take this and like chuck it into my car to take it around for a LAN party, that would be nice. And this, I thought this was plastic. This is metal. Interesting. Cooler Master. You're bringing the quality here. This is plastic up here. So let's actually take a look at the I/O at the top. We've got a power. We got a reset. And we got two USB and a headphone microphone combo jack. Now the two USB are more than likely USB 3.0 because why would you put USB 2.0? I take off. Oh, okay. They kind of just pop out, and then this is our ventilated side panel, and it has its own removable magnetic dust filter. I like to see that. That makes this easy to clean, because if this is where your intake is, this is going to get dirty. The rear panel also just kind of pops off as well. I think with the dust filter, it actually looks pretty nice. The paint coat on this is like really, really good though. I did not expect that. Okay, so now we can go in and pop that off. Which again, I am shocked to find that this is actually bent metal. That's a not cheap part to make like that. On the front here, we can actually see we've got mounting for SSDs. You can put SSDs in the front here. Oh, that's kind of cool. And also holes for a pump. If you wanted to actually do custom water cooling in here, you have enough room to sort of do a little bit. It'd be crazy, but you might be able to do a full custom loop in here. I thought about it. I really did. I don't think I will do it. So this is plastic right here, but then it's completely lined with a metal ventilation. Okay, so that gets us into the actual case. Now that we're in the case, we can get out whatever this box is. Let's take off this bar right here. So this right here is where you mount your AIO, or you can mount hard drives to this as well. I think with a Mini ITX system though, the best way to go is probably to do AIO. Okay, so now that we're in here, I can start undoing this. Before I get too distracted on what I was saying ooh to, the USB 3.0 header is purple. It's color matched to the case. That is a good detail that most case manufacturers would not do. And actually, oh, that's very cool. Our power reset and everything is bracketed together, but it's in a bracket that can just slide off, and then you can put them in their individual places if they don't line up with your motherboard. So also in here, you've got your pre-routed power cable, which is entirely to plug in the back of your power supply, along with some really, really well done cable tie down points around where the power supply goes. Very good to see. So support wise, this case actually has some interesting support for it when it comes to hardware. So it fits only Mini ITX motherboards, but it can also do, I think it's the Mini DTX standard, the one that's like slightly longer. It can fit up to two 140 millimeter fans and a 280 millimeter radiator on this bracket. On the bottom, it will do up to two 120s, and on the top, it will do two 120s. The bottom can support a radiator as well, but that will impede into your GPU space. But if your GPU is not water cooled, you're stuck to 330 millimeters long, 60 millimeters wide, and a height of 156 millimeters, which is a decent amount of room. You should be able to fit a 7900 XTX in here pretty easily. Most of them should fit. It will also fit an air cooler up to 155 millimeters. A lot of tower coolers will actually fit in here. So you got some support. And if you wanted to, you can actually even configure this thing to use a riser cable to prop it up against the side here. And there you've got a dual slot. And actually you could, if you really wanted to, put a thicker radiator in the bottom here. This is some brainstorming now, oh crap. You could put a thick rad in here with some good fans, high static pressure fans. You could put your GPU up here, water cooled, which those are usually 2-slot. And then you probably could make this an entirely water cooled loop if you wanted to. If I'm not mistaken though, in this accessory box is a riser cable if we wanted to do that. In that configuration, you would use the tempered glass because you'd have your GPU front and center and it'd look nice and pretty. And there'd be no way to really use this bracket. I wish you could actually put something up here on the top, but you really don't have enough room to do it. Cooler Master does not recommend putting anything but fans up here. So I didn't see any fans attached, which means that I think all of the fans are going to be inside this box. What do we got in here? Oh, I didn't expect that. We do have fans with fan guards. Some nice custom shorts. We got short fan cables and fan grills, but they are full-sized, which means that you can fit full-size fans up here. Oh, that is super weird. So yeah, you really wouldn't be able to get a radiator that works with that because that just sticks on. So while you would be able to undo these, getting a rod that would stick in there would be like virtually impossible. Unless you were to take off the mesh, which doesn't seem like it's in the design of this to do. There's actually a different version of this case that Cooler Master released for a short period of time that had a slightly taller hat on it, which allowed it to support a radiator on the top, because people kept putting radiators on the top of this thing, despite it not really being designed for it. Okay. Also in here, we have more of these sticky, these are the hard drive mounts actually. We've got a tool for removing our standoffs and some screws to install a motherboard. Double fan connector doodad to connect our two fans together and then daisy chain them together with any other fans that need to be daisy chained. And a riser cable, a high quality riser cable too. So this is a riser cable that will allow us to actually mount in that vertical position if we wanted to. It's got a purple release clasp to match the case. Love the detail. It's pretty rigid, very short, but that's again probably because I think it literally just sits there, like right underneath the GPU itself. Now you could put a slimmer GPU up against the glass if you wanted to, but this thing I think is more designed for like an AIO up here and then not even using the riser cable, because then you can use Gen 4 and Gen 5 without any problems. If I'm not mistaken, I believe this is a Gen 3 cable, but I could be wrong. It could be a Gen 4 cable. They could have updated it. But for the price, I don't think so, because a lot actually does come with this case. So I have a lot of potential with this case here. I really do like where my mind's going. I'm impressed with the quality for sure. And I actually can't wait to do this build. Now, I'm kind of floating the idea of actually doing a fully liquid cooled system. The only thing I'm stuck on is radiator size wise and the hardware that I know that I'm going to be putting in here. So I would love to put a 7900 XTX. I know that that's going to be the AMD GPU that I do next on our channel, because really my option is that or the 7900 XT. Either one's really an upgrade, but the 7900 XTX is like, it's $1,000 and it's like the best AMD GPU. So it's like, save up and get that, or spend $800 and get the one that's down below it. And so I know that I want to do that GPU. To cool that GPU, I would need a lot of thermal headroom. And I don't think I would get it out of just one thick radiator at the bottom. Keywords are think though. You know, I'm not 100% sure on that, because thicker radiators have more, you know, surface area to actually work with. Personally, what I think is I'm gonna do a standard GPU install right along here on the bottom part of the card. And then using this bracket, a 280 millimeter AIO. I think that's gonna be the better build. And I think that's the way that I'm leaning, just because the headache of trying to figure out how to custom water cool this might be too much for me. Plus the top fans already being pretty much like installed with like this push pin system makes me think that this is probably the best way that these fans can run. Having this as an intake and then having the GPU fans suck air from down below is probably a good idea. That's where I'm gonna end today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed watching this video, consider giving a like, maybe comment, subscribe. If you are excited to see this build or like this shirt, hey, leave a comment. I'll see you in the next one. Wolfie, out.